How to succeed in 2019? Don't burn out. Alright, hi, I'm Steve. Like I said, don't burn out. It's 2019. Actually, this is my second episode. I've been so excited from the first one. I had so many views, so much engagement, and so many people so happy to hear what I had to say. And it made me feel good, and I wanted to do a second video right away. It's because I know for a fact, I know it's helped a few people from what the comments were, and you know what, I'm happy to share. So anyway, this video is about not burning out, and this really goes in, and I think it's specific to my generation, people who are late 30s to early 50s. It's a solid generation, but I think the problem we're having is that we're burning out. It probably was because we had to go through a major recession like everyone else. The millennials don't know it yet. They were in high school or they were in college. They don't know what that 2007, 8, 9 did to a lot of people's mentalities, and especially with my friends. Most of my friends, we're out here in New Jersey, New York. Most of my friends are investment bankers. And you know how rigorous their lifestyle is, and you know they'd work till 12, 1, 2 in the morning every day. But that time frame when money was falling apart and money was tight, a lot of my friends, not only in finance, but in business and in life in general, went bankrupt. And they went bankrupt not only financially, but mentally, spiritually, and everything else all around. And it put a big toll on themselves and their family. And some of them never made it out. And I wish them the best. And I want them to come back. And I want them to realize, don't burn out. You've got a long way to go. I mean, like I said in my other video, the first one, and I really recommend you watching it, How to Succeed in 2019. You gotta augment or change your mindset. Bottom line is that, you know what? If you're late 30s, 40s, and so on, you have 20, 25, even 30 years of work left into you. It's the long game. It's a long run. And work's a journey, right? It's not a sprint. I think that's a challenge the millennials are having, and I always have to bring them up because there's certain things I know they don't see the long game. You can't go from one vacation to another vacation. It's not an escape. It's not a sprint. All right, life is a journey, right? If you don't have the means to, I would love to go to Europe or all these things, but you can't just go, and sometimes you have to focus and stay here. So with that, I would say don't burn out, because we're programmed to self-destruct. I hate to say it. It's like, for anyone who takes care of the lawn, I take care of the lawn. I'm a big landscaping guy. I like it's relaxing. I don't know if you guys do it yourself too, but it's relaxing. I like taking care of the outside, the lawn, and everything like that. But it's when you plant grass in springtime and so forth, and your neighbor doesn't plant grass, and you're working on your lawn, but their yard is full of weeds, what happens to your yard, right? It's not like your good grass goes onto their grass. It's more like their weeds end up on your grass. So with that, that's how your mind is. Your mind can get filled with weeds, right? And as you know, as you sow, so shall you reap, right? So you got to keep it positive, and you got to keep the momentum, and you got to have a vision. And like I said in the other video on how to succeed in 2019, you have to have hope. It's all about hope, and don't live in some sort of quiet desperation, right? As it was written, you don't live in despair, right, or resentment. You have to have hope. I know it's tough. I'm coming from New Jersey, and you know, anyone who's from New Jersey, it is very tough to live out here. Everything is so expensive, and I just don't like seeing my friends who are trying to buy a house. They weren't from Bergen County or something like that. It's difficult to buy a house. $500,000 gets you like a 2-3 bedroom fixer-upper. It's going to take you another $200,000-$300,000 to fix it up. I'm like, that's absolutely ridiculous, and that's not including the taxes. It's a lot. I get it. Life is tough out here, but don't burn out, right? So I wanted to reference, I think, the foundation to all self-improvement. I'm a big advocate of it. I recommend you watching it on YouTube. It's called The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. He created The Strangest Secret in 1956. It's an oldie but goodie. It's a classic, and the whole foundation to self-improvement, I honestly believe, was built on Earl Nightingale, right? With that, he said that his greatest discovery was only boiled down to 6 words, and it was 6 words that changed his life forever. And those 6 words are: we become what we think about. Again, we become what we think about, right? What do you think about all day long, right? Are you thinking happy thoughts, literally, positive thoughts? Are you thinking negative thoughts? Are you thinking that the world is going to end every day? Are you dreading the fact that Monday is only 2 days away if it's the weekend, right? You got to keep yourself positive. You become what you think about. And here are 6 steps in his Strangest Secret, the 6 steps to success. 1, set a definite goal for yourself. Again, set a definite goal for yourself. What is it that you want to accomplish for you and your family, right? And quit running yourself down. I think that's why our generation is burning themselves out. You're running yourself down. You're overdoing it. You need to call a timeout. You got to call a timeout sometimes, right? It's not that easy. I get it. You're getting caught in the rat race, but you gotta call a timeout, right? And you need to think of all the reasons why you can be successful. You got to think about all the reasons why you can be successful. You can be successful, right? But you got to think about it. You got to think about all the good things. You got to keep yourself happy and give gratitude. I know it sounds so basic. Steve, why am I watching this video? I hear this over and over again. You're going to sound like Tony Robbins. Am I? I don't even know, right? It's just because I'm doing it. And me sharing, I know it's important, because look at all we've done. If you know us personally, we built, my brother and I built a business from scratch, right? It was so hard, and it's still hard today, and it's not easy. It looks easy, it looks fun, but it's not. You have to be more disciplined, more regimented, and you don't know what tomorrow lies, right? It's not like we have a job. We have to get up at the same time, do the same thing, and it's just discipline. And it's something I think, again, if I reference the younger generation, you have to have more discipline, right? It just doesn't come at you, right? We weren't born football players. Look at us. we're not basketball players, or we're not in entertainment. That's not our life. Our life is to be entrepreneurs, right? This is the life we made a decision to be, and we're so happy for it. We've met a lot of people, and we've helped a lot of people, and I know along the way we've helped so many people, and I'm so happy to see when they succeed. And I know there's a lot of them that can vouch for that, and it makes me happy when I know for a fact that they were in a rut, and they were in a situation where it wasn't their fault. Okay, and you got to accept that too. Again, even if you're a Gen Xer, I don't care if you're 40 or 50 years old, it's not your fault. Sometimes you get a bad hand, right? It's like if you guys like to go to casino, look at it. We like casinos, but you get a bad hand. You get dealt a bad hand, but you got to work your way out of that. So, right, with that, you got to trace your negative attitudes, again, back to your childhood. A lot of this negativity that you face in your life, it's because of your childhood, right? And you got to get over that hump. It's because of your childhood. You don't think about it because you've compounded all these different ideas and thoughts and everything. You've kind of forgot about it. But when you have this free time, and when you're by yourself, when you're meditating, you don't have to be on vacation. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars to go to the Bahamas or something like that. You have free time, maybe during your lunchtime. It's a whole hour. You eat, you sit in the park, or you sit outside of your corporate office or wherever you work at, and just think. Think about what's bothering you. Maybe it's something that was bothering you from even 20, 30, even 35 years ago, and just let it go. And just say, and you know what, and just let it go and say sorry. Maybe it was something you did, or maybe someone did something to you, and it's over now. You just have to let it go, and if it was, it's just not your fault either. So just let it go, right? And not to rehash old memories, but you have to clear that out. You have to clear your heart out, right? right? And I'm being honest with you because there's a lot of things. It's not just you, it's me, it's everybody. There's certain things that bother you inside. You just have to clear it out and let it go, right? And then most importantly, you have to change the image of yourself, right? You need to write out a description of who you want to become, right? What's your image? They used to be in marketing, advertising. They don't even say it anymore. Image is everything, right? Image is the only thing, right? Image is who you are. Who do you want to be? Didn't you want to be somebody when you were younger? Didn't you have an idea like, when I grow up, I'm going to be blank. I'm going to be an astronaut. I'm going to be a basketball. Okay, maybe that wasn't your life, but you had a dream, right? You had an image of yourself, and you have to be, and now reinvent yourself. It's 2019. We're almost at 2020. We're talking about 2020. They had a movie called 2021 Space Odyssey. We're supposed to be going to Mars or whatever it was, but we are going. Yeah, I'll talk about that next time. I'm really into Mars, but here we're almost at 2020. Reinvent yourself. You don't have to be pigeonholed or stuck in a persona that you think, this is my life, this is it, it's over now, let me just spend the next 20 years. You know what? You do that, you're going to resent it. Okay? I know for a fact, I talked to some people, I know they resented the past 20 years. Big no. That is a done. No, cut that. It is, you can't resent your life, right? You know, we were working with an intern a long time ago, and he was not even a millennial. He was just from high school. And the worst thing I ever heard from him, and I really felt bad. I wanted to, like, how did you say that? Why did you say that? He actually told us he wished he was never born. Do you know how that made me feel? I was like, whoa, what do you mean by that? Why would you say that? Why would you wish you were never born? I said, dude, do not say that. Never say that again. That's the worst thing to say. I wouldn't know why you would say that, right? But here you have a chance to reinvent yourself. Tomorrow is a new day. So focus, right? And you need to act the part. Act the part of a successful person, okay? Enough of this waking up in your pajamas and going to work in your pajamas, or waking up not shaving, or whatever it is to get you on your game. You did it before. Why did you stop? Right? Don't burn out. This is the theme of what I'm saying. You can't burn out. You need to get yourself ready. You got to get yourself ready for the big game, right? If you're an athlete, you're not going to, if you're playing basketball, if you're playing professional sports, don't you see them mentally preparing themselves? Not only physically happened the week before, right? They were going to the gym the week before, the month before, training for the summer, right? They're mentally preparing themselves during the big game. Every day is the big game of your life, right? You need to be a winner. Everyone else around you will become a winner if you become a winner yourself, right? So with that, again, I'm only referencing this is from Earl Nightingale, The Strangest Secret. This was written or said over 50 years ago, and it's nothing new, right? And the mantra, the theology, if you want to call it that, is the same over and over again, but no one's reinforcing the basics. And I'm going right back to the basics, because I'm getting fed up with hearing a ton of stuff on YouTube or whatever it is, and they're cutting out a lot of basics that they maybe think you might know, or they don't know even themselves. And I'm not talking bad about whoever directly, but I know for a fact they didn't focus on the basics, right? With that, in this tape set or video set here, he created a 30-day test, right? Bottom line, you become what you think about. You become what you think about all day long. If you say you're successful and think positive and be a person of gratitude, and not only think about yourself and being self-centered, but thinking about how your actions affect those people around you, right? Think about it. And your limitations are self-imposed, right? Your limitations are self-imposed. You need to let the mind soar. You need to think big, all right? It's time to think big again. We're not living in a rut. We're not living under a rock, right? You want to get that $1 million house? For some reason, when everyone at HGTV gets $1 million house, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me, because $1 million house means you need, a $200,000 down payment. Okay. But it's only TV. By the way, don't believe everything you see on TV. But with that, right? Your limitations are self-imposed. Do not limit yourself, okay? And with that, have courage. Think positively about your own problems, right? I know it. I have problems. Everyone has problems. But you gotta have courage. Think positively about them. their problems, or change that word problems semantically to challenges, right? There are challenges, and you can overcome a challenge, you can overcome a hurdle. You can't overcome a problem, right? For sometimes you talk to some people, everything's a problem. The whole world's gonna blow up every time you say. You get an anxiety attack talking to people. But you gotta be like, oh, dude, time out, chill. I'm getting a panic attack on me, right? Here, you gotta focus on your own challenges or hurdles and overcome them. And a tip outside of the scope is you need to save 10% of what you earn. Dude, do not go paycheck to paycheck. Maybe when you're younger, you got to get it out of you. You got a little excited. You're going out every night. It's Friday, Saturday night. You're going on vacation. You want to buy a BMW. I get it. You're young. But as a Gen Xer, been there, done that. Save 10% of what you earn. You don't want to wake up one morning and have nothing in the bank. You don't want to wake up because you own a house. You don't have money to fix the boiler. It happens, man. Right? We're going to withdraw your 401k. And yeah, that's from the first video. Remember, 401k is not a pension. And just watch the first video and I'll tell you why. And lastly, take action. You need to take action. Don't sit on your laurels, right? If you don't take action, you're not going to become anything. Or you're not going to become that person you imagine yourself on. The hardest step is the first step, right? So with that, don't burn out. And if you're already burnt out, you got to get yourself back in the game, right? Clean yourself up first. Hit the gym. Wash up, shave, do whatever it is that you're back in the game, that you're a champ, right? You don't have to be an NFL superstar, MVP, baseball player. No, be the champ of yourself, right? Be a giver. Be grateful. Help people, right? And that's why I'm doing these videos, because I want to help people along the way. I've done self-improvement, like I said, for the 17 years, because I was trying to figure out a lot. I was trying to figure out myself, right? Sometimes I forget. We built something. My brother and I built something, right? And it means a lot. And if you see my jacket, this was actually our jacket. This is not like something I bought at the mall. This is the brand. This Estro was an ideal, or it's an ideal. It's an ideal that, you know what? If you put your mind to it, you could build something. It doesn't have to be big, grandiose. You always do. I want to be marketing. That's, if you know my craft. I want to do marketing. I want to be a big Lexington Ave, New York City agency. But you know what? As long as we're happy, we don't need all that, right? As long as you have a lifestyle, and a lifestyle that you're happy with. The problem is that you're never happy and you're always chasing something else. And probably in another video, because it just made me think, I'm going to do about a video about happiness and chasing something that maybe chasing something, you're actually going further away from the person you should have been, right? Think about that. You're chasing something, and I'll go into this in another video because I have a good idea about it. If you're chasing something, you're chasing a dream, but in reality, you're leaving the person that you should be. And with that, I'll leave it at that because I have an idea and I'm going to share that in another video. But again, thank you for listening. If you were able to listen this long, I'm happy. I know I kept on talking. Hopefully you don't think I'm rambling, but yeah, at the end of the day, I know it's helpful because I'm enthusiastic about it. I want to share. Like I said, sharing is caring. All right. Thanks again. Talk to you soon. Peace.